That's not a new one? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Roll call, Mrs. Anderson.
Here.
Mr. Anthony.
Here.
Mr. Yoho here. Mrs. Avon.
Here.
Here. Motion to dispense with the reading of the October 2021 minutes and accept them as presented in the record of proceedings. A copy of the minutes in approved and final form can be requested from the fiscal office.
Motion?
Second.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Mr. Yoho, yes. Fiscal officer presented the current balance of funds for the month ending October 31st, 2021. Motion to accept the financial report made by
Motion?
Second.
Mrs. Anderson,
Here. Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Mr. Yoho, yes. Communications?
A couple things. We were advised that we're in the process of securing $1.3 million from Eastgate for the sewer and septic. That is going to be installed in 3 phases in the next 2 or 3 years. Second thing of it is holiday decorations will be put up in the next couple of days on there, and that's all I have.
We lost 2 of our residents who have been very active. One was Gloria Engler and the other was Gloria Stewart. So I'd just like to keep their families in our prayers.
Both good people. And I seen today that there's excavators in the acid pits at Copperweld, so that reclamation project of that property is going to move forward. If anybody doesn't know, they're going to cap the old acid pits with clean fill and make it a nature-like setting. That's the Ohio EPA. Anything else? Department head reports, Police Chief Benjamin T. Harrell.
This report is for the month of October. The police department handled 467 calls for service. Out of the 467 calls for service, we had 53 incident reports, 7 arrests, 9 warrants issued and or executed, 7 crash reports, and 3 towed vehicles with 3 citations.
Police Chief Joseph Mentali.
Total calls for October are 94. 76 of those were EMS. We had 6 structure fires, 3 miscellaneous fires, 6 auto accidents, 1 service call, and 1 trees and wires down call. And I'd like to add that we received a donation recently from the Victory Christian Center in Warren for a thermal imaging camera. They got us. It helps us to find hot spots in a fire and do search and rescue, which we got to use tonight on a call that we were looking for somebody that ended up not actually being there. So
It's a good addition, though. Are we gonna send them, I know you probably without saying, can you send them something that they can even want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Okay, thanks, Jim.
Road Superintendent Joseph P. Forster.
There you go.
There we go. We'll get it when we do.
This is going to be kind of a combination between October and November. The road department cleaned approximately 30 tons of ditch cleanings. We used 30 tons of hot asphalt, 20 tons of 57 limestone, 6 tons of HPM. We have the plows ready to go for winter. The cemetery had 9 burials in October. We completed the Paxton Road cleanup. We got approximately 6 tons out of there, 20 tires out of Paxton Road. And I want to say thank you to the Victory Christian Center of Warren for cleaning up Todd Avenue. We've got approximately 600 pounds of trash that they've bagged up. And thank you to the Board of Trustees for purchasing the new 1-ton. It's in service, everybody's trained on it, and it is being used right now, and that's it.
Building Inspector Norman Ashley.
24 calls, no permits. And the lady from the, I guess it's the mapping department, left a message.
I already talked to her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they okayed our centralizing map
Okay.
on there. And a lot of that had to do with what's going on with the old Copperwell property too. So,
Okay.
everything's good. Katie Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all she wanted to know. Just-
Okay.
All right, public participation. We'll start at the left, front to back. Right side, front to back.
I guess it's just me.
It's just you.
Butch Ulster, 3721 Rio Vista. I'm gonna bring up it again about the junk cars. Everybody's just getting sick of hearing it. This is from the township attorney, and she states that vehicles have to be stored inside of a structure. It can't be exposed to public view. It has to have 3 sides and a roof. She also states that it is enforceable with a $500 fine per instance. And she goes on to say, apparently inoperable means, well, junk vehicle is defined in Ohio Revised Code 505-173. It's 3 years old, apparently inoperable, and extensively damaged. Extensively damaged includes, but not limited to, missing wheels, tires, engines, or transmissions. Apparently inoperable means that the motor vehicle is not functioning or cannot be lawfully operated upon public roads or highways. The definition includes vehicles that have flat or missing tires, have a non-functional motor or transmission, have missing bumpers, or have missing or expired vehicle license plates. So you say it's too expensive to remove the vehicles from their property. Okay, they can keep their vehicles. We just don't want to see them. And that's in the zoning regulations, and it's in Ohio Revised Code, that if you want to keep your junk vehicles, put them inside of a building, build a building, put them inside the building. And they got to have updated license plates on them. And if you go get license plates, you have to sign the bottom of the form stating you do have insurance. So you go by and you want to see proof of the license plates and you want to see proof of the insurance. If they don't have insurance, they committed fraud, which is a felony. But something has to be done. Ed, how many cars are out there? 800, you said?
There's a lot.
A lot. How many households are in Warren Township? 1,500?
No, I'd say there's probably more than that.
5,700 registered voters, so.
3,000 homes? That means 1 in 4 have a junk car in their yard. 1 in 4. So I'm just asking, when is something going to be done? Because this is from the township attorney stating that you can do this.
Has there been any developments, Norm, on the township attorney?
No. The only thing I have is an active case with the prosecutor's office on Stefan. The problem is, once you get them even declared, nobody can get them towed, and they're gonna have to take them through court. We'll see what happens with Stefan. That was just this month it started, so.
And the definition of vehicle also includes boats on trailers.
I might have to disagree with you on
Says right here.
Motor vehicle is something that drives on the roadway, not in a watercraft.
Vehicle for the purpose of these resolutions shall mean any auto, truck, bus, van, trailer, camper, boat secured to a trailer, and that which is mobile and has wheels, tracks, etc. for mobility. Page 88.
I think he's reading our zoning book. He's reading our zoning book, not your Ohio.
Oh,
Revised Code.
okay.
This is the zoning book.
Okay, my bad.
So, I mean, there's probably at least 100 boats in the township. There's, on the corner of McManus and Rio Vista, there's 9 vehicles. A boat and a hot tub on a trailer.
Is that covered in that zoning thing?
It's on a trailer.
The trailer is.
So he can store that stuff. He can keep that stuff. He just gotta build a building.
Well, he actually told us a year ago that he was building a building in Champion where he lives and gonna take all that stuff there, but,
On the corner of McManus and
oh,
Rio
no, I'm
Vista?
sorry. I thought you meant North Lebanon. Rio
No,
Vista.
oh, and by the way, my wife almost got pictures of kids throwing rocks and breaking the windows out of the garage in the house on the corner of Rio Vista and Levitt. But that boat has been there. He was down the street. He moved it up the street. The boat has license, trailer has license. I'm not saying that you gotta pony up some money and start towing people's cars away, and you say it's too expensive and it's illegal and all that stuff. In this resolution and in Ohio law, and written from the township attorney, it states that you have to have them in a building, in an enclosure. It could say, it says barn, where did I see it at? But it did say you could put them in a barn, but it has to be an enclosure. And the opening cannot face the road, so people can see inside of it.
We'll get with Norm and have him talk to the township attorney and see if there's been some new development.
Something gotta be done.
Yep. We appreciate it. Do we have anybody on Facebook for questions? Nothing over there? Anybody else on the right side?
I got one more thing.
You got one more thing, Joe?
I'm gonna leave the leaf truck out till next Monday. I've had 2 people call and would like it out for the Thanksgiving weekend, so.
Leaf truck's available till next Monday, the 30th?
Yeah, sure.
29th.
29th?
29th. You gotta take the, I had a guy call me, he thought he couldn't get the leaves up in there because he thought it was full. He's an elderly guy, so he might want to tilt the bed,
Okay.
you know, because he said he goes, I think it's full. He's like, we brought him back home, and I'm like, so I'll tell him that, yeah, just tilt the bed so it's accessible.
All right, we're gonna move on with new business. Resolution XX21. Resolution XX21 to accept the donation of a FLIR X2 thermal imaging camera from Victory Christian Center, Warren campus, to be used by the fire department.
Motion?
Second.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Mr. Yoho, yes. XX21 to accept the resignation of Michael J. Arnold, effective December 31st, 2021, from the Township Zoning Commission.
Motion?
Second.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Mr. Yoho, yes. There being no further business to come before the board, motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Second.
Sign me up.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Mr. Yoho?
Good meeting.
Joey.